Another endorsement that came for Hillary Clinton this weekend, and it wasn't really to be sure. It wasn't an endorsement, but it was a statement of support. And there's a big difference. This statement came from Angela Davis, and Angela Davis was at a conference, a Black Lives Matter conference, and the future of the movement for Black Lives, et cetera, at a university this weekend. And she said that there is no recording of this because based on their contract, they could not record, but it was tweeted out what she said. She said, "I have serious problems with the other candidate," speaking about Hillary Clinton, "but I am not so narcissistic to say I cannot bring myself to vote for her." Angela Davis. Man, Angela Davis is the queen. She's the goddess. I love me some Angela Davis. Like she can do no wrong in my opinion. And I knew, because I've read enough of her and I've listened to her talk enough, that there was more to the statement than the sound bite that everyone was retweeting and everybody was sending to me like I didn't know what it was. I already heard it. I already knew it. I already read it. I already knew what she said, but I also knew that there was context. And this was two sentences out of, actually people were only sharing one sentence out of a 45-minute conversation. And I want to read a take that was given by Kirsten West Savali of The Root. And she really put this in context. She said, according to the attendees' tweets, the people who are tweeting this out, Angela Davis also said that she tries not to tell young people what to do because she resented that when she was younger. Pause. This is the approach that everyone came like, oh, she's talking down to us. She's so condescending and she's calling us narcissistic and blah, 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 blah. No, right? You didn't get the entire context. And yes, I'm caping for, not that she needs it, but I'm caping for Angela Davis because Angela Davis has been and will always be the blankety blank truth. All right. Now, you know what? And here's before I even get into even further, here's the other thing. We got to get out of this. Listen, I am not going to call someone a sellout because of who they decide to vote for. Because just like the imbeciles who call Cornel West a sellout for opposing President Obama, it's just as imbecilic for us to call Angela Davis a sellout because she's made the decision for herself that she would rather vote for Hillary Clinton than to see Donald Trump become president. That's her prerogative. And if you want her to respect, if you want us to respect your prerogative, we got to respect each other's prerogative. And here's the other thing. Now, here's the flip side of it. Here's the flip side of it. All these people running around worried about people. This is a little meta, so follow me. People are running around worried about whether or not people are calling Angela Davis a sellout. Yeah, I just flipped. I'm on the other side of the argument now. Where were you when all of these people were calling Cornel West an Uncle Tom and a sellout? I mean, people have tried to destroy Cornel West's legacy because he decided to endorse Bernie Sanders. And when he could not get a satisfactory Democratic platform, he decided to endorse Jill Stein. So everybody in the Democratic establishment ecosystem has tried to destroy Cornel West. And now you're afraid because people, and I'm going to go back to the other side of the argument in a minute. So hang on. It's going to buckle up for the ride, right? You're concerned that people are calling Angela Davis as a sellout while you have called Cornel West a sellout. Number one, I'm tired personally of black folks arguing over two white people. I'm just tired. I'm sorry. These black voices have contributed too much to the American dialogue for us to be divided and going at each other's throat and everybody's an Uncle Tom who doesn't support our candidate. No. Trying to do my best not to cuss in this segment because listen, I'm not even, I think you're a moron if you are actively supporting and pushing Donald Trump. I don't think you're Uncle Tom. I think you're might be on the take. I think, you know, the limelight might be nice and bright for people who will push that perspective, but I'm not going to try to destroy you and say that you are somebody who not because of who you support. I'll try to destroy you because of what you do, right? To be sure, if you do something, I'm coming for you, but I'm not going to. So all of this arguing over people not being truly black or people not being truly this or that because you decided to vote for somebody else. Both sides have done it. Both sides are doing it. And I'm just not doing it for two old white people. Nah, they're both in their 70s. Both of them were alive when Jim Crow was still alive. I'm not labeling nobody else a sellout. I don't think I have ever a sellout over who they choose to endorse. But if you're mad at people calling Angela Davis a sellout, then where were you when everybody and you were calling Cornel West a sellout? Just drop it. Everybody, drop this insinuation and this assertion. It's not an insinuation. It's a bold assertion that the person who doesn't support your candidate doesn't know how the world works and they're a sellout. All right, that's the second. That's a flip side of it. And I'm back to the opposite side of the people who are insane enough to actually call Angela Davis a sellout. In context of what she was saying, she said, according to theroot.com, Kirsten West Savali's article is a great take. Go read it. According to the attendee's tweet, Davis also said that she tries not to tell young people what to do because she resented that when she was younger. That is important to note here, because the conversation surrounding Davis's comments have largely devolved into reductionist charges that she is trying to shame people into voting for Clinton. These discussions are dangerous, misleading, and frankly embarrassing. All right, well, she did a little rhetorical jab at the end. Okay, I'll leave off the embarrassing part because that's kind of an act of shaming too, Kirsten. But other than that, your article was great. Listen. If a person who has contributed as much as Angela Davis looks at the scenario and says that I have a lot of beef with Hillary Clinton, but the beef that I have is not so important, I'm not so beholden to that anger, I'm not so narcissistic that I can't vote for her. She's saying it as a self-reflection of everything that I have against Hillary Clinton. It is not so important that I cannot bring myself to vote for her in opposition to Donald Trump. That's her decision in a microcosm, and people took that and said that she's trying to shame you guys. And in context, and this is why it's important for sometimes for us to get context. In context, that's what she was saying. She was not trying to shame you. In context, she made it clear that I don't do that to young people because I hated it when people did it to me. And yes, I will always, forever, come for people who come for Angela Davis, because Angela Davis, she's the queen. Just like I come for people who come for Cornel West and Adolph Reed. Let's just not, let's talk about something else besides the election, so we don't keep always keep trying to destroy people over their calculus. You know, if you're going to go after somebody because of their actions and what they've done, because you want them to respect your choice, respect their choice, or not, you know, do whatever you want to do.